The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
And he'll get this to the 32. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Looking to throw McCarthy. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Finds his man. There's Jordan Addison. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2. To the air with McCarthy. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
On first down, though, and a loose football.
Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. The fumble on first down. Now here's 2nd down. On play action, McCarthy. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson.
His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Vikings get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And leading them out, their signal caller, now in his 4th season in the NFL.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and a yard. Straight ahead with Hubbard.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
Now he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Out of the gun, it's Young. Dancing to his left. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Harrison Davis for the field goal. A 40-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
For the Vikings offense, and Justin Jefferson set to take over once more. And he's been one of the main focal points of this unit throughout the season, no doubt. Currently ranked 2nd in the NFL in terms of receptions by a wideout. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. From the 46, here's 2nd down and 8. Here's McCarthy. Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. There go play action. Here's McCarthy. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing is McCarthy. Flush to his right. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Now McCarthy. He gets it to Addison. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And now here's a carry heading left. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, McCarthy, and it's caught. We'll get an injury stoppage, and it appears to be the wideout Jahan Dotson. He's the one shaken up. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year,
as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Panthers offense, led by their running back, headed out for the second possession. And he's made his presence felt in the passing game throughout the season. You look at the NFL's leader in receiving yards by a running back, his name right there at the top.
Now Young.
There's a short throw caught by Sanders.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
In motion is Chenault.
Young to throw it.
Looking underneath and finding Hubbard.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Young now.
Checks this down to Hubbard.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? To throw, Young. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, down at the 31.
A give up the middle, Hubbard.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Young going to give to Brooks.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 8-yard line.
Up the middle with Brooks here.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
3rd down, Young from the gun. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers.
LaVisca Chenault
from 4 yards out.
And the Panthers have cut it back within a score.
On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. Oh, a good return up past the 30. So here are the Vikings to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy over the middle and complete to Addison. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Operating from the gun. McCarthy. That ball caught by his rookie wideout. First target, first catch, and a first down.
It's a gain of 6. And the Vikings first down.
Back to throw. McCarthy. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 35, here's 2nd down and 3. McCarthy operating from the gun. Slant route, and he's got Addison. He's got room to roam. Touchdown, Vikings! Jordan Addison, 35 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Lining up for the extra point.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. 5 plays there on that drive. And Jordan Addison capped it off with a touchdown catch. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Bryce Young and the offense out for their next series. Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watched the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, they go with Brooks. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. Forced out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. D.J. Waddle, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. 3rd and 19. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The Panther offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now back to throw.
toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. From the shotgun, it's Young. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point
past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Panthers going to take over here to start quarter number 3. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up second down. Young. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Young.
That's going to be caught. It's Shimon.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one goes for 24 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
The slot man in motion right. Here is Young. Throw left side complete. That's Brooks. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 9. They'll run straight ahead with Brooks.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Young will set to throw.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown.
And Xavier Legette.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Panthers are back within a score. The Young's going to throw for this.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful.
And with it, they're back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the two-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a three-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a two-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Vikings offense and J.J. McCarthy getting ready to go back to work. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. As you take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a QB, you'll notice he's worked his way into the top 5 at this point in the season. This one brought in by Jefferson. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down. Looking to throw McCarthy. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And some room to run now. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game. And that continued with that first down run.
And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. This is 2nd and 8. On play action, McCarthy. Touchdown, Vikings! Jordan Addison with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are able to widen their advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And Jordan Addison capped it off with a touchdown catch. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Here's a handoff to Brooks, and he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
He had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Here's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw, Young. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And they'll send Williams in motion right. Now here's Young. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They run out of the gun with Brooks here. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The tight end in motion right. Here's Young from the shotgun. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
It's now third down and 9 yards to go.
Let's go now. Set up.
Now Young. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brooks. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 32-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Throwing, Young. Got a man, that's Liggett. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. To the air once more, Young. He'll get this complete to Sanders, the tight end. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. Now a 2nd and 6. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Jonathan Brooks. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. This one caught. It's the tight end Hawkinson. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. And now they'll run it here off tackle. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Big Derek Brown making the stop. They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Here's McCarthy. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now McCarthy. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. 2nd down and 6 now. Throwing is McCarthy. There's Hawkinson in the end zone. Touchdown Vikings. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Carolina offense about ready to go. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
Young to throw it. And Sanders has got it complete.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
Now Young.
And once again, this is Sanders.
Young now. Looking middle, and that's complete. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll throw again. Young.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. Young working out of the gun.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
They'll try it now with Brooks.
And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
A 5-yard gain on the play.
Out of the gun, it's Young. It's Williams on the catch. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Flushed out right. Young into the slide, and he's got a 1st down. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. To throw, Young. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning.
Young will set to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty much be your ball game right here. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3 and out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he will have a Viking 1st down, and that should be the one that gets him to the finish line.
And they will take a knee here.
Now 2nd and 11 from the 32.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one.
So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level from both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking